Right then, so here's a boss, and the bosses are pretty much as you'd expect. The whole point is they've got far more energy than your average enemy, they've got a lot more protection around them, so harder enemies, better enemies, more accurate enemies and that, and just more of them. And the whole point is to get access to them and kill them. However, every now and then, there's a boss like this one here, who you have to actually do something first, and, well, at least I'm pretty sure it's this boss. You have to actually activate some switches to blow him out of his hidey hole to get access to him. So it's not just your usual run and gun, there is a little more thought to it, but in all honesty there's not enough to really classify it as anything other than a run and gun. So that's pretty much the boss as explained. So on to the next part of the DLC, the part that I did say I'd mentioned, which is the cars. And you can get this tank type thing with a rocket launcher on it. However, it's not a particularly very good rocket launcher. It's just like the weapon that I showed earlier on that you get as part of the DLC. You can get a buggy, which is basically there to help you get the flips. I mean, it's got a minigun on top of it, and it's easily the most fun of all the cars because it is there for the stunts and that. And then you can get this one, which is basically there for the races. So I'll just go into the buggy just simply to well, show it off, because it's the more unique of the other two cars that I have left, simply because, as I say, the other car is purely there for speed. It's there for you to help do the races and that. I still think it controls terrible, whereas this at least controls okay, and it's also got machine guns. This and the race car, to be fair, have got machine guns. As I say, this has the minigun, so it takes a little while to heat up, but then you've also got the other one, which just has kind of like dual machine guns, and it's one of those, you can't aim with the other one. You can aim with this, you can aim with a rocket launcher, but the race car you can't aim at all. It's pretty much a fire straight ahead deal. So it's, as I say, definitely the least offensive and most useless as the offensive cars, but then again, it's only designed to help you win the races. So that's pretty much everything explained about the cars. And as I say, I've mentioned and you've just seen us go through one of the stunt markers, and the stunt markers are just all over the place. You just have to look for them. There's then also foot races, which basically you have to look for green bars of light, and it'll take you all the way across the rooftops and that, because it also gives you agility. So it's another way to get them from, instead of just doing the green orbs and the blue orbs and from killing the people from a height, you can do those to get yourself more agility. The purple bars that you see light up the sky are the races, and the green ones are the, as I say, the agility races and that. So they're in there if you want to do them, but in all honesty, it's the type of thing that after doing a few, you'll probably, like myself, be bored shitless because they're terrible. It's, again, another section that I don't understand why they bothered putting them in the game, because they just don't work very well, especially because the biggest problem you've got with the agility ones, which I'm actually next to one of each now, is the fact that sometimes when you're jumping and grabbing onto things, your character will just not grab on. For some strange reason, something won't be right. You'll be, like, unlined up by a millimetre or something, by a slight angle, and whatever it is, it just won't grab onto something. It can cause you to fall right down, and then you'll lose the race, and then it's just really annoying. There's then also a few co-op things you can do in the game, part of the DLC and some not part of the DLC. The DLC ones are pretty crap, in all honesty. It's just, again, stupid stuff you can do with a mate, and like killing things and that, and in all honesty, after playing them for 10 minutes, I've never played them again. Both me and me mate absolutely despised them. So again, part of me saying that I don't personally think the DLC is all that great with the game. It's a shame that they didn't add another island or anything with a load more bosses and that. However, the normal co-op play does actually work really well with the game. You can go around, both kill the enemies and that, and it's just a really good thing to do. You can have some fun with killing each other, as I say, and like just driving around and crashing into each other, helping each other do the achievements and stuff, and kill the bosses, and it both reflects on your save data, which is something that, from the sound of things, is why I'm going to hate the second one, as the fixed, well, from what I've played in the demo, they fixed none of the problems I had with this game, and they've actually created more problems with it by, for example, removing the proper co-op play, because now it's only the host who gets story progression, and that really does my head in. So I'd love to say that I love everything about this game and that I can't wait for the sequel, but as much as I do love this game and have beaten it 7, 8, 9 times, I just can't stop playing it. It's not perfect, it's got some flaws, it's something that I hope they'd fix with a sequel, and I'm praying that the demo really is an early work and like an early beta, because otherwise I can't actually see me enjoying the second one at all.